Welcome back, Pack. This is Adbeel and Erik here at WolfSteel Buildings, and we got a really nice building you can see in the background. We're out here in Perrin, Texas, out in the country.
Yes, we're out in the country. Perrin, Texas, for everyone that's not familiar with the area, Perrin is actually about an hour northwest of our Fort Worth office, and for our military personnel, followers, and viewers, we're an hour south of Shepherd Air Force Base.
You're in the military, thank you for your service. And now, before we get to this tour, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You're gonna love this building. It's spectacular. Now, also, before we start talking about that, I wanna talk about a little bit of the process of a weld-up building, because that's what we have here. This is a weld-up building. A weld-up building is fabricated on site, okay? So everything is fabricated on site. What I love about it is it allows a lot of customization like this project. This project is super custom.
Yeah.
That's what makes it stand out. If you saw some of our drone shots, it's spectacular. Now, because weld-ups are fabricated on site, it's all custom. One of the things that, as a growing company, we've learned throughout the years and our time is, if we can, design and plan all this at the office, we can erect and construct with a lot smoother, a lot easier, less complications, less change orders, which ultimately benefits everyone in the process, which our clients, our suppliers, our everyone. And that's something I want to say that makes the WolfSteel difference.
Yeah, it's all behind the planning and design. Shout out to our design team, and of course our salesman that sold the vision to our client, sold his dream, sold his endeavor. Shout out to our Janice, the Alpha Wolves. Big shout out to y'all.
And let's get this one started.
And let's get it started.
Let's go.
All right, Pack, let's get it going. Right behind me is the main structure right in the middle. It is a 20 by 60. On my right hand side, I have an enclosed lean-to, which comes out at 16 by 45. On my left hand side, it's open, comes out at 10 wide, 45 long.
That's what's cool about this project, is that the lean-tos are kind of offset, right? So
Yeah.
it starts from a little bit more behind, because it's 60 long, as you said, and then we got 45 lean-tos. We got 15 foot that is still has no lean-to connected off to it, right?
Yes.
And what is the height for this project?
Now on the main structure, the heights that we designed is 17 to the eaves with the 512 pitch. Now the peak comes out at 21 feet.
Ooh, that's tall. So that's the
tall.
512 pitch. Honestly, I really like that pitch. I mean, it's just, the 512s, the 612's been requested.
Yes.
One of the things I like about it, obviously from aesthetics, but also from heat resistance, just because you're a little bit more on the higher, you stay away from those low pitches. So that's 17 foot tall. What are the heights of the lean-tos? They're both the same.
Yes, they both come at the same. They both have the same 512 pitch, but something to pay attention to this Adbeel is how the lean-to starts right under the 2 foot overhang, which comes at, you see the overhang? It drops 3 feet, and the top side is at 14 feet, drops with that 512 pitch, coming at 10 feet over here on the low side.
Nice. And then this is the lean-to is called a step down. In case you're looking for lean-tos, there's many different ways to create lean-tos. In this case, a lean-to is basically a structure that is connected to a main structure. And here we got the step down. So basically, like Erik said, 3 foot step down that starts from 14 and drops down to 10. Now you can do lean-tos that are like continuous, right?
Yes. Now we do have a project out in Giddings, Texas. If you follow our channel, you've seen that lean-to is continuous, as you can see on screen right now.
We'll put a link on the description. That way you guys can check it out. It's also black and white, like this beautiful building here. I know it's been very common to get black and white. It stands out, right?
Yes, it really does.
If you're looking at some of the drone shots, this building really stands out. It's been very popular. But one thing that we like to keep it real. So what is the challenges with with black, Eric?
Well, as you can see, there's no sign of life out here. We're in the country, all right? And it's been raining a lot. There's a lot of winds. So what does that cause? All this dirt. And that's one of the cons that purchasing a black wainscot is you get all this consistent dirt. So your maintenance is high. You gotta keep it up all the time. But it looks nice.
It does look nice. We finished this project, what, like in January, we're in May, so it's already been like 3 to 4 months.
We already had like 3 tornadoes, a couple thunderstorms, so yeah.
And then we got a lot of things to talk about here. The sun is just kind of glaring, but we got this long carriage overhead insulated door.
Yes.
Because the building is insulated. I don't like to talk bad, right? But the roll-up doors just can get really, really hot. And if you're gonna have like you want to thermal control your building, basically living in it or having an office, you want to get an insulated door that can keep the heat or the cool inside and different temperature outside, right?
Yes, of course.
And here we got the long carriage door.
Yeah, and this is a 10 by 10, Adbeel.
This is a 10 by 10 door.
Yes.
With the windows on top, you can customize your door any way you want it. And that is what our client did here. And then we got an awning. If you've seen the drone shots, you can see, and we got standing seam on the awning to give it a little bit of a different edge look, which looks phenomenal. And then check this out. We got the overhang. This is 2-foot overhang. One of the things I love about our weld up buildings, even bolt up buildings, we can do that as well, is having this custom overhang. Under the panel as a soffit, we did the reverse PBR panel, and that's why it looks that way, and it looks spectacular. How many windows are in this project, Eric?
Well, if I paid attention in 3rd grade class, I counted 12 windows.
12 windows, okay. Nice, and then we got the, the black frame windows, and these are insulated double pane windows. Check out the lean-to.
So this is an exterior lean-to. Now, pay attention to this because this is really important, and for me, I'm just being a little bit biased, but if you're gonna go with an exterior lean-to, I would always go with the exterior paint. Why? It just looks better, and from afar, you can always tell when someone hasn't painted their exterior lean-to. It just has a better look, and it matches your combo colors of your barndominium.
Yeah, because this is a Barndo shell, and we're gonna explain in the inside how it's all gonna be finished out from our client. He's still in the work, so right now, looks like he did already his nice epoxy flooring. Check that out. Also check out those welds. Beautiful. So this door enters to the garage section. We're gonna explain in the inside once we go in there. So what is the main usage for lean-tos, Eric? Like right here, I'm assuming our client's gonna be like maybe grilling out, hanging out on this side of the lean-to, right?
Yeah, so this specific building was for a getaway. Our client lives in the Metroplex of Dallas.
Oh.
So he would like to come out here. There's a pond right in front of us. There's a lot of open space. So there's gonna be a lot of landscaping done here. So he's gonna have his hands full. But the main thing is relaxing, right? We all want to relax on a cool Sunday afternoon, and I could just envision him having a grill here, little patio set, just a little escape from reality of our 9 to 5 out there in the city.
Which we live that, right? Let's come on in. Ooh, check this out. So our client did a clear coat on his concrete. Keep in mind, we did not do the concrete work here. However, they did a pretty good job. We had minor little issues to modify, but overall, it was good. So we're standing right in the main structure, and this is unique because what we created there was a internal wall. Right, Eric?
Yeah, so this is right opposite of this wall. It's the main structure that I was talking about, that 20 by 40.
Yeah.
On the other side is the 20 by 40 main structure that I was talking about in the beginning of the video. Now here is the other 20 feet remaining.
Okay, so you're saying the 20 by 60, which is the main structure, and then we got the 20 foot.
Yes.
Yeah, that makes sense, and that's why we created that internal wall, which divides the garage. And you can tell right here, he's got a lot of plumbing. He might have his kitchen on this side.
That's gonna be the bathroom, and all here, bathroom, all kitchen cabinets on this side. Cabinets, sink, and right here will be the island.
the island. Keep in mind whenever you are building, and especially if you're doing your own shell without a contractor, one of the things you want to keep in mind is you want to run your conduits through the concrete. 'Cause we do concrete, but we don't do the full finish out of shells or of barndominiums yet. Right now, we just do the shell. That's what we did here to help out our client. And then right there, he's going to be hanging his
80-inch flat screen right here.
Okay.
Marketing helped me out with the TV. And obviously his sofa.
Sofa. Now over here, oh, so this is the living room. That's why it's coming from that
Yes.
main door that he's still working on.
Disclaimer, we did not provide this door. The client provided this door.
Okay.
So obviously it looks nice, so if you see it, we did not provide it, the client did.
Yeah, and you can provide your own doors and we can install it. In windows, keep in mind though, they have to have them on site the day of construction. Client's still gonna be framing the inside. He's still gonna be spray foaming. We're gonna be spray foaming, but you know, he's still gonna be framing and finishing out the inside. So right now we're stepping into the garage section. You can see how we divided the internal wall, and that's why you see the white panels. Nice and clean. Let's talk about this overhead door. So here we got the high lift tracks, so that way it gives them a lot of clearance space instead of having the normal tracks. Especially being 17 foot tall and being a 10 by 10 door, this is definitely something that actually we wouldn't have been able to install that door, because then or else the track would have landed right here. And so that's just too much to be hanging in.
That's too much dead space.
It's a risk. And this is the insulated carriage door. What happened there, Eric? Talk to us about what happened.
So what happened there is we all make mistakes. We didn't take into account while we were designing the process when it came time to the overhead doors. As you can tell, the spring and the bar goes across the window. But before that, the springs were actually on the window, so it didn't look really well. But we modified it. We got a spring on the right and a spring on the left-hand side.
That's really cool.
Our client actually called this the shimmy spring. He knows what I'm talking about. If you're watching this, you know what I'm talking about. The shimmy spring.
One thing that he did get with us is our concrete floor plan. If you don't do concrete with us, that's totally fine. What we do provide is, especially for a weld-up plan, is a concrete floor plan. It is additional cost. It's not that much. I believe it's like around $200, $300. But basically, it's a plan of how to do your foundation and also where the plates go. Because remember, with the weld-up building, we have to embed plates inside the concrete during the concrete pour. Since we didn't do it, that floor plan explained all those details, where to put it, so that way it aligns with the building. And another thing is the notch detail. So here, they did a great job.
And it looks better with the epoxy.
And then it looks a lot better with the epoxy. So something to not miss out. You don't want to have any leaking inside your building. Talking about leakings, well, this one doesn't really protect from leakings, but what it does is that it protects from oozing of spray foam. Since we're coming back and doing the spray foam, this is how you prevent oozing, and this is the foam gap enclosures. A lot of our clients, you know, and even on the wainscoting is super important. A lot of our clients, you know, if they get the spray foam with us, we include it in the price. If they don't get the spray foam with us, we always include it in the price. That way you still, you know, prep your building to not have that oozing. I mean, it also eliminates a lot of lighting from the building.
Yes.
Doesn't make it 100% light proof, but it helps a lot, especially because, you know, we got corrugated panels, and that's what creates lighting inside a building. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. It was a pretty nice building.
Yes.
Pretty spectacular in my opinion. I really love the uniqueness of this design, which has, you know, the lean-tos on each side.
You might see it as a regular building, but a lot of detail, a lot of planning, a lot of design went to design this vision of our client.
So if you want to see more of those, like, share, and subscribe. Leave us some comments.
Yes.
We're always looking for those.
Leave us some comments. Any suggestions, any opinions. Again, we're trying to better ourselves, so anything helps. Just give us a thumbs up, and we'll see you on the next one.